Good afternoon, everybody. This is Kat again, and I'm going to do another whipping chat. We're going to sit there and do some diamond painting. What I'm working on is the one that I call the jungle butterfly, and I only got like this much to go, and then I'll be done with it. And it's a pretty good sized painting, and I hope you all enjoy it. I'm putting in some music to just kind of cover any silences, okay? And let's get started, shall we? I wanted to thank everybody um, who has come by my channel and left comments and encouraging things. And I just want to say thank you for coming by. And if you feel up to it, subscribe, and and whatnot, and help my channel to grow a little bit. Whoop, get over there. And I also wanted to kind of give a little quick mention, not so much a shout out as a mention. And I wanted to thank uh, Starbright 70, I believe it is, for sending so many of you over my way. And also Linda and Bella, Her Life and Mine. She sent a few people my way and sent me some very encouraging words. And I have really enjoyed doing this. Actually, let me kind of give you a little bit of a rundown real quick. I was watching all these different videos and I got stuck on Linda and Bella's, and I got to talking to her, here and there, and she encouraged me to start a channel. Well, that's a big thing for me because I am what's known as being painfully shy. I'm a very shy, quiet person, and it's really hard for me sometimes to come up with conversation. Whoops. And so anyway, she encouraged me, told me to go ahead and do it for the fun of it. And I said, yeah, what the heck, why not? So I got started about maybe a month ago. It's not been that long. And at first I was very, very nervous. And I wasn't too sure about what to talk about. That kind of thing. And so I do focus on talking about my kitties, my girls. All right. And I got them when they were about 7 weeks old. And just recently I had them down to the vet's office and they got them spaded, got them fixed. And so they're all protected now. And they are predominantly indoor cats. I don't, the only time they go outside is when I do. And I usually put them on a leash. And I've been doing that since they were kittens because we live on a pretty busy road and I've lost animals on that road too many times. So this time I keep them on leashes. And so that way they can enjoy the outdoors and yet still be safe. And my one I call the bravest one, she's not afraid of anything. That's Lily Mae. She's very brave. Now my scaredy cat is Frankie Ray. She's not very trusting. Let's put it that way. And so loud noises or anything like that, and she's gonna find a place to hide. This is just her nature. Lily, on the other hand, is going, ooh, what's that? Let's go check this out. She's not afraid of anything, or at least not yet, anyway. And looking for some more teas here. And so those are my two girls. And, you know, and they're roughly about 9 months old, a year old. And so they're good. They're good looking, good companions. They definitely keep me laughing because they can be very funny sometimes. Over there. Right now we've got a thunderstorm going on. And if you hear it in the background, I will not be surprised because it's pretty loud. Yeah, I'm going to try to do the whipping chats, you know, more often if I can. Let's get on up there. And, yeah. Now I decided to take a little break. I've got the native girl, she's completely done. And then I'm almost halfway done with Pooh Bear and his friends. And then the beach scene that I've got, I'm about 3/4 of the way done with that too. So I decided to work on one of my older ones. And I would like to finish this one and get it up because I love the colors. You know, if you're into green, this is the one for you. Because I love the color green. Green, it's like, you know, the color of nature. You know, color of spring. Yeah, I was supposed to have a Temu haul come in today, but it didn't come, so it's still running late. I don't know about anybody else, but I've been having a lot of trouble with getting my Temu hauls in on time. I don't know if it's Temu or if it's our post office, but it's not coming in like it should. And I admit, I order a lot of stuff from Temu. I used to order from fan sales and places like that, but you know, I'm getting almost as good a quality diamond paintings from Temu than as I do the other companies, the other stores. So I I just got where I just get stuff from Temu. On top of that, it's very budget friendly, and I set a limit as to how much I'm allowed to spend I'm allowed to spend, I allow myself to spend between $40 and $50 a month, and that's it. If I spend it, fine. If I don't, that's fine too. But so I try to keep my buying spree to a minimum if I can. Yeah. As you can see, I kind of travel around looking for all of the same symbols and get them over with, kind of thing. Mhm. But yeah, I'm very pleased with everybody coming and visiting. It just tickles me, you know. And all right, there you are. And so, when I first started this, I wasn't too sure about it. Going, and my daughter says, "Go ahead and do it. It'd give you something to do." And because I am, like I said, I am retired, and I spend a lot of time at home. And so she said, "Go ahead, do it. It might be fun. And if you don't like doing it, you just stop doing it. Simple." I said, "Okay." So I did. I got myself set up with the camera and the holders to hold them, that kind of thing, and trying to figure out all the different angles. You know, yeah. One thing I haven't been able to do is I still haven't figured it out. I guess they need to have this thing, for YouTube for dummies, right? Because I want to put like a introductory type thing on my videos before I start, and I also would like to put in a subscription button on the screen. And so far, I have not had any luck in doing either. I just can't seem to figure it out. But I'm not very tech savvy anyway. I told somebody the other day, I said, I'm lucky to be able to just operate a cell phone. Okay. Um, and yeah, here we go. And so we are learning. Let's just put it that way. It's just one step at a time. And it's just going to take a little while. I mean, I'm not some spring chicken. Technology is, I'm not like the younger folks where, they've always been around technology. And so they got it figured out. Me, I'm 68 years old and I didn't have a cell phone for years. And so it's a little tricky to say the least. And some people can, they got a head for it and they can do it and doesn't phase them a bit. But me, afraid not. I used to tease my mother about that. The first time she ever got her first computer, we were showing her how to work it and everything. Every time she'd press a button, it'd beep, and she would jump back and go, "Oh God, what did I do?" We used to tease my mama something awful about it, but now I'm in the same boat. Not near as bad, but might as well be, right? But and I'll tell you a little bit about myself, just a little. Like I said, I'm 68 years old. I was born. I didn't live there very long, but I was born in San Francisco, California. I let's see, I am what you call an army brat. My dad was in the military, and we traveled around a lot. And myself, I was born in California. My youngest brother, which is a year, 13 months older than me, I call him my youngest brother. Uh, he was born in Nuremberg, Germany. They were stationed over there for a couple of years. And then my oldest brother, uh, which he's 6 years older than I am, he he was born in California, was in Colorado. So we were kind of scattered out. We traveled a lot when we were younger. And it's just that was the demands of my dad's career in the military. And my mom was a secretary. She and so she worked with various companies. When she was younger, she she kind of worked for the civil service, and her and a lot of American girls, young women, were overseas, and they were secretaries and for the military officers. So that's where my mom and my dad met. Was they met in Japan? Anyhow, I was raised in Florida because when we left California, I was like 4 years old, maybe, and and then we ended up in Tampa when my dad retired, and I lived there for a long time. And then we went from there. We moved away from the city and moved to Ocala, Florida. And we didn't live in the town. We lived outside the outskirts, and in the Ocala National Forest, as a matter of fact. And I lived there for a long, long time. It's way out in the country, what can I say? Spent the summers, fishing, you know, running around in the woods and fishing and whatever else we could think to get into. Horseback riding, we did it all. And and then I met my husband, and we got married. And my daughter was born in Ocala, and then we decided to move out here because land is up here in Georgia. The land here was a lot cheaper than it is in Florida, and so we moved up here and we bought us a little 5 acre piece of property. We raised chickens and we raised pigs and we raised had horses, and I mean you name it, we had it all. We had I call it a micro farm because it was a little bit of everything. Well, time went on and things change and people change, and my husband and I ended up splitting up. We decided to go our own separate ways, and so it was kind of a mutual thing. Unfortunately, sometimes in life you kind of, I don't know, you just sort of kind of grow apart. You just don't, it's not that you don't love each other, it's just that you just feel you'd just rather be on your own, you know. And so that's kind of what happened. We split, went our own ways, and but that was after my daughter was grown, married and gone. herself, you know. I mean, it's just this way it is. It's an emptiness thing going on. And so I'm still single, intend to stay that way. I don't mind my singleness. I used to work as a security guard for a long time. I did that for 15, 16 years, something like that. And then that's what I retired from, was being a security officer. And but you got to remember too, I also worked the night shift, and I did the third shift, and so you get kind of used to not being around people, you know. And that's why it's kind of hard for me to make conversation, because I'm not used to being around people a lot, you know. Well, we're getting there. And I hope you're able to see this. I think you are, but you know, it's hard to tell. I can never get the angles right on the camera. You know, one of these days I'll eventually figure it out. Get over there. And but as long as y'all enjoy it and listening to me ramble on, then that's okay. I like to put music in the background. It helps to relax me. You know. Why, when I first started out diamond painting, oh wow, my back, it killed my back. It really did. You know, and that's why I didn't really get into it too deeply at first. But as time has gone on and my back has accepted what I'm doing, um, then then I've gotten deeper and deeper into the diamond painting, and besides that, it gives me something to do. It helps to kill the time, and you're doing something constructive, you know. Because I mean, you can only do so much, you know, housework and things like that. But after a while, you don't want to do it anymore. You just want to sit down and do something fun, and that's why, yeah, that's why I started diamond painting. Well, actually, I was I started getting interested in diamond painting. Oh gosh, it was 5, 6 years ago. Oh, come on now. And and I was watching this one YouTube channel, stitching with Laura, because I was into cross stitch, and and she was diamond painting, and I go, wonder if I could do that. So I kept thinking about it and whatnot, and eventually I got a diamond painting, and that's all she wrote. You know, that was that. Fell down that rabbit hole and haven't found my way out yet. Because I tell you, a diamond painting is very addictive. It needs to have a warning label on it. I've said that before, I know, but the thing is, it does need a warning label. Caution, very addictive. And But nobody else in my family does diamond painting or anything like that. Uh, at least not yet, anyway. I know my daughter, she'll eventually get into it. She always does. You know, but she does do a little tiny bit of cross stitch. And, but her biggest entertainment is watching TikTok, you know, and she likes to watch food programs, you know, because she's a cook around here, and she's always trying to find something new to fix, you know, and yeah, see all this green right in here? That's almost all teas. But I'm not going to make you stay here and watch this because I'm sure it gets very boring very quickly. But I keep spotting new ones. Yeah, yep, there's one right there. But yeah, I picked this one out. I was gonna do it for a an event um, through Diamonds with Tita, and she was doing an event that it was called something radiant in red, I think, and so I thought, well, I'll do a couple of these. I had one smaller one, and which was a red butterfly, and and then I had this one, and I bit off more than I could chew. Let's put it that way. And so I got the smaller one. I got done. That's no problem. And but this big one, it was it was a lot bigger than I thought it was. You know how you go to the grocery store or go to some place and you're gonna get something to eat, and you're really 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 hungry, and you let your eyes overload your stomach. That's kind of like what I did with this painting. But that's all right. So I'm still working on it, and I started this a couple of months ago, but I've been involved with all these different events going on, and so I haven't spent as much time as I should to finish it. But I'll get it done. I'll get her done. Problem is, I've got three others large ones that I also need to work on, and I've been getting so involved in all these different events that I haven't taken the time to work on these big ones. And I've got one painting, and I'm trying to remember exactly how big it was. But in centimeters, it's like, we got one that's 40 by 70, right? And then there was another one that's, I think it's 50 by 90, something like that. It's big, and I'm going, oh my goodness. So, and these are ones that I started, but I just haven't finished. So I've got a bunch of them that are still sitting there waiting on me on the shelf, calling my name. And I'll eventually get to them, but it's gonna be a little while. But I'll show them to you. I mean, Now I bought this one a couple of months ago. I'll have to pull it out and show it, but it's a cougar. It's a big mountain lion, and it is like 50 by 100, maybe. It's a big one, and luckily I have not started that yet. Oh, I've been tempted. Don't believe me. I've been tempted to start it, but I haven't done it because I want to get the rest of these done before I go off on another adventure, shall we say. Um, and as you can see, I single place. Um, I don't know if that's OCD or what it is. I just know that I prefer to single place over multi-placing. You know, single placing, I don't know. It's just you have a better tendency to get it right where you want it. You know, and whereas the multiplayer for me ends up all squirrely looking, and I'm continuously having to go back and straighten. So that's why I like the single placing. Some people can do the multi placing and they're right on cue, you know, they're right on where they need to be, but I can't do it. Mine always ends up being crooked and squirrely looking. So I just stick to the single placing. Sure, it takes longer, but we're not here. We're not in a race, right? We're here to just enjoy ourselves. What is it they say? Just enjoy the process. Yeah, that's what I do. As you can see, there's a lot of T's right here, and but that's okay. But yeah, I'll have to start pulling some stuff out of my stash and showing them. You know, have a just a review. You know, so you can see what I've got in my stash. Now I'm not going to take out the whole stash. No, I'll take out 3 or 4 of them at a time, and you know, leave it at that. But because I got way too many in my stash to do that. If we did that, we'd be here for the next 6 hours. Yeah. Because right now, what I've got, the way I store them is I've got 2 of these plastic bins that you can slide up underneath the bed. I've got 2 of those under my bed, and both of them are full, and that's where all of my larger paintings are stored. And then I kind of gave you a quick show as to where the smaller paintings are, which are the 30 by 40s, 40 by 40s, that kind of stuff. Those are in it's like a cube type storage thing that you set on a shelf. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's full, and so I may start taking some of the older ones out and show what I've got, because I've got diamonds paintings that are 3, 4, 5 years old. I mean, that I've had, and so I just may do that, just show you what I've got. Now, 90% of what I've gotten from Temu. And then, so, you can hear my dog out there wagging his tail. Yeah. He's a big bulldog, an American bulldog. He's not a pit bull. He's a type of bulldog, and he weighs about, he's close to about probably 100 pounds. He's not a lightweight. We call him Dozer, because he acts like a bulldozer. He tries to doze you over when he was a puppy, but he's not such a puppy anymore. He's about 11 or 12 years old now, and when he starts wagging his tail, you can hear him. It'll be banging. It sounds like somebody's knocking at the door. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up, and we will get back with you again maybe tomorrow, and maybe my Temu haul will come in, and we can look at some new products. So I'm just going to wrap it up, and I'm going to say thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button. Like and comment. I'd appreciate it. And we will catch you again later. All right, God bless everybody. Bye-bye.